Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So, can your iPad replace your desktop computer? Or even a laptop, for example? Because maybe you're just tired of laptops and lifting that lid. Well, you know, if you have a portfolio jobby, you gotta lift and do this and do that, and we have a laptop with a built-in keyboard and trackpad. Okay, cool! What'd that cost us? Well, if you went for the Apple version, ching! If you went Logitech, much cheaper. Anyways, but is this a practical thing to do? Okay? In all honesty, I'm going to tell you no way, Jose. Ain't gonna happen. For a simple reason. Number one, I have a 20-inch IPS panel here. Beautiful display. However, you'll notice a lot of black around the areas. There ain't no fixing that, okay? That is what you're going to get outputting your iPad. Now this is the iPad Air 4th generation. It doesn't matter if I even use my 7th gen, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to get that, okay, which is 20 3/4 inch real estate for screen, which is nice. It's a lot bigger. It's a lot more adaptive to visually do typing and stuff, which is great. We can get Microsoft Office and slam it into our tablet, or our iPad in this case. They're all tablets, okay? Let's just try and work with the programming here. But you can get Office, which is good. That's one replacement program. Works no matter which way you tilt stuff. You're going to get it on your display this way, as long as your tablet is this way. Alright? Now, if you rotate, of course, everything goes and then taller, right? Facebook's going to work fine for you, so you can get your full screen there. Your App Store is going to work. You know, your clock, you know, it's going to get much bigger, which is kind of cool. You know, voice memos, notes, Chrome, that's going to work. Safari's going to work fine. A lot of apps will work fine as far as going on here. Now, for scrolling, you can still scroll with your finger if you want on your screen, or you can just click your left mouse button down and kind of drag things along, right? So just click and hold and drag. You can do that. I have a program called Guitar Chords Compass. Now that looks a lot nicer on a big screen, or does it? Let me think. Nope, because I can't disable this part now. Oh, that so sucks. But I can go to my screen here and go, okay, what can I do here? Nope, it's even messing me up on my iPad, see? That's a total disaster. So that program ain't going to work, because it can't display properly up there. It gets it messed up here, which is a bad thing. Resistor program. That'll just automatically rotate that way. Okay, and it's backwards because my iPad is laying down. It's going to go up this way here, but okay, so what if we do this? Nope, because it only works one direction on the iPad. Okay, so I'd like to use Bluetooth. No, you don't need my Bluetooth. Go away. So now we gotta close that out. So obviously not all programs are going to be friendly here, guys. Okay, your games are going to be no different. I found games that will not orientate properly on the screen here. This is a problem. So let me think. I want to play games on a bigger screen off my iPad. No, some will, some won't. Probably the greater percentage are not going to be very friendly for you. Okay, video editing. You guys like iMovie, right? Or some other program? Well, find one that works. iMovie definitely works just fine without a problem. Okay, so a new project, we want to do movie. We can do this. It is not a big deal. It's not a problem. Okay, so boom, boom, done. Dropbox will be fine. Clips will be fine. The Apple Store will be fine. A lot of stuff will work fine to the external display. But a lot of stuff is not going to, especially if you want to play video games. Now, of course, with video games, here's your other problem with the iPad. You want the bigger screen because you're tired of looking at a 10-inch display. You want it bigger. Who doesn't, right? Now, video games, you're still going to have to use your iPad on your lap and use your thumbs to do your controls, because the mouse and keyboard ain't going to cooperate for you with these games. Okay, I've gone through a number of games that I have on my iPad, and not one of them will work worth of beans. unless I use the screen, which means I got to haul the screen off of here, and I got this dongle full of all these cables just to get it to this monitor. That's ridiculous. Okay? This is why I say absolutely no, it is not a replacement. But that's for the majority of people that are going to want to go multi-level with this. If all you're going to do is like video editing, do typing on screen, basically you're keeping the thing stationary except when you're on the go doing the exact same things. And of course you get to play your video games when you're just using this screen without any of this plugged in. So you're going to be stuck on your, whatever your display size is, to play your video games properly. Alright, so that's another thing. Because like I said, we've got issues, right? I've gone through this, and I'm going to actually prove it to you, because some people, seeing is believing. And I agree, seeing is believing. So let's fire up Sled Bandit. Now you will hear that I do have sound, and we'll talk about why you're not going to get sound on a normal circumstance. So we got a bigger screen. Ooh, we got to turn that down a bit. Okay, so with my mouse is here, right? I can go here, and I can go here. But I gotta be quick about it. Oh! Or I can do this. That's one way to play the game. I still gotta use my screen. The whole point to doing this, though, is I don't want to use my screen. I want to use, right? And so I got to be really quick left to right to control my throttle and my brake, or we're going to have issues. Let's find another game. Race Off by Hot Wheels. This is a cool game. Yes, yes, single player. Yes, continue. Yes, race. Okay, so we do have gas control. But we got to go over here for the brakes, or we're going to have to use the screen. And hope we got our fingers in the right spots. But then we could do it for this game. Alright, pool. This is not going to go well. It's not going to flip. Nope, not going to flip for me. Now I got to close that out. Alright, because it's going to mess things up, right? Cube block. Again, it's going to give me a problem because it only orientates one way. Truck 'em all is going to be the same deal. Riding Extreme, same deal. I'm sideways here on the iPad. I'm vertical this way. This is not going to work. Okay? So, there's drawbacks. Seeing is believing. You saw it yourself. Alright? But yeah, so there are things about this that can work. Now, a program I like to work with is called Onsong. Okay, now I use this for lyrics. And with the iPad in this orientation, this can be a problem. But can I turn the orientation? Apparently, no I cannot. Okay, now we've got it orientated. Let's, come on. I hate this little swipe thing sometimes. Okay. Come on, I just want to close my background apps. Anyway, you're getting the idea. This can be a bit challenging here. So, Onsong. Rotate it this way. It doesn't want to play nice. Oh, it tried. Let's see. If we wait long enough, maybe will it work? It's a very short song. La, 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 la. Nope. So that just ruined my day, because now I can't do my editing on my screen that I want to do like that. This is a problem. So I'm stuck with this small display, but at least I can use an external keyboard and mouse and not have to lose half my screen to the touch keypad that's, of course, built into the sucker. So yes, we can set this thing up to give it the appearance of a desktop, but can we practically use it in all forms as compared to a desktop computer or even a laptop? The answer is absolutely no, you cannot. Okay? Yes, there are things you can do rather well. You can do your video editing, you can do your word processing. Okay? Two of the biggest things we do. Great, fantastic. But we can't really play video games that well. We're definitely going to run into a lot of issues on the bigger screen layout. Now, I was talking to you about sound. Once you plug into the bus here, your sound is gone. Your internal sound is shut down. Everything's rerouted, okay? Mainly because we have an HDMI port on here, but our current hub also doesn't have a headphone jack. Now, you would have to find a hub that's going to work for you that has a headphone jack. Now, I haven't even bothered to search for anything to see if it even exists. Probably does. But we also have to make sure that for this tablet, it's also a Type-C hub that has all those features, because we only have a Type-C port here to deal with. Alright, now there are converters obviously where you can get converters to a certain point, but you do lose your sound, which means you need external speakers. Oh wait, but you just said your hub doesn't have that feature. You're right, but we still need external speakers, or we need a computer system that has, or a computer monitor that has a headphone out. So, because see, with HDMI, it can reroute a few things. It can do video and Ethernet. It can also do video and audio, right? So, my current configuration, I'm getting video, HDMI, to my monitor's HDMI port. My audio signal is traveling through that HDMI cable, and my monitor, which is now LG IPS 27-inch screen, does have a headphone jack on the back, but does not have built-in speakers in the actual monitor. Okay, mind you, I do have level control here, down below, where I can control things, and that's just the output of the jack. I still have to have external speakers. Something that we generally do have, even on our desktops, is external speakers. We want a better quality sound, we want to crank it, vibrate the room, right? So, we still have to have, guys, all the same junk that we have with a desktop computer. Okay? The difference is, instead of having, you know, a tower on the floor, okay, we're going to have this. This is our main unit. But this is not going to work for a lot of our programs. And we're still stuck with a lot of programs having to play them on the screen because those are screen-based programs. They're for touchscreen. They're not for keyboard and mouse, per se, right? And that's another drawback to using an iPad. It's basically 97% or more screen-only usages, which is a real pain. Now, an iMac is considered a desktop, okay? Everything's built into the whole box. All you have externally is a keyboard and mouse, that's it. That's like the ultimate way to go for at home is an iMac system. For one, less money than going with a Mac Pro Tower, and separate monitor and separate everything. And the built-in sound is quite good on the iMac. However, I still prefer external speakers regardless, because I still want to vibrate the room in here and just shake the walls, right? So, I choose to go external speakers. But the internals are just fine. But here with a tablet, we have internal speakers, but they're useless once you plug into that Type-C port with a hub. Now, you can run your charger into the Type-C, and it doesn't affect your speakers. Why? Because it knows you're only charging to power the device. Okay, so it doesn't interrupt your audio signal of your built-in. But as soon as you plug a hub in that has an HDMI port or a video port, period, your sound is gonzo. Now you must have a screen that is capable, and HDMI definitely will carry your video and your audio signal without any issue, right? So you're going to want to go HDMI for that. But you also have to look at your screen size. A 27-inch screen gives you 20 3/4-inch panel view. A 22-inch screen is going to give you a lot less, okay? I haven't actually tested it as far as measuring it, but I have used it and it is way less, okay? So you're actually getting even more black appearance because everything's going right, so you need at least a 27. My iMac is a 27-inch screen, okay? So it is not, in my expert opinion, it is not in my amateur opinion or my mid-level opinion or any opinion whatsoever, that you should even attempt to make this as a replacement setup for a desktop computer. Okay? If you really want to go onto a bigger screen, then just transfer the files off of your iPad and go to your desktop. Okay? And then this way you get to deal with real applications, okay, that are normal everyday applications, all across the board. Now, I'm not saying they don't have real applications on the iPad. They absolutely do. But because they are apps that are written and based for screen sizes of iPads and iPhones, they don't want to cooperate properly here. Okay? Not all of them. Some things will, but the fun time gaming is not going to go for you. Okay? Among other programs that we found out, our chord program for guitars, not going to go. Okay? Our Onsong program is not going to work on the external screen with this kind of a setup. It doesn't want to work right. Okay? So, there's a lot of stuff that this thing just is not going to be capable of handling for you that you would want to have handled. Because the idea of using an iPad to replace a desktop is so that you can have all the same benefits with absolutely no problems. And that, my friends, is not going to happen at this stage in the game. Maybe in about another 5-10 years. You know, who knows? But maybe it could be 3 years. We don't know. But currently, no matter what iPad you're using, ain't going to go for you, okay? Not going to work. So you don't want to try using this as a full-time replacement. Now, if you are a person, however, that can live with everything just being on the screen of your little iPad and everything being that way, good for you. Awesome. That works. Okay? So now you are one of the people who don't need... Wait a minute, we still need printer access. We have to have a Wi-Fi printer. Okay? Now, we want to do printing from our tablet. Okay? We need a Wi-Fi printer for this. And which also means we need an internet router that is got the printer programmed in through it. Okay? So, at home internet access, right? You have your Wi-Fi router hub. Your printers actually talk to that hub because it's a network thing, right? Talking direct to the printer, by the way, from your iPad does not work. We have a brother printer that is Wi-Fi capable, so we can talk through the network wirelessly. My tablet cannot find, or my iPad, it's the same thing. Okay, my iPad cannot talk to that printer unless my internet router is actually turned on. So even though I have cellular here, because this is working all off cellular right now, even though I have that, that's not good enough to talk to that printer. Okay, because the cellular is not what's on the network. Okay, I have to attach via the network. So, this gets more and more interesting, doesn't it, kids? Well, then we need a printer that we don't have to have that. Well, now you're going to have to shop around. Okay, now the printer I got is $350. So, give you an idea what you're going to spend for a decent laser printer. Okay, you know, and that's just black and white, no color, right? Anyways, so I'm going to leave you guys with that food for thought on these things and these ideas. I think there is some merit that, yes, if you want to do video editing on a bigger screen off of your tablet, sure, go ahead. If you want to do typing on a bigger screen, sure, go ahead. But you could do all that even on just an Imac. You know, there are laptops with 15-inch screens, 16, 17-inch screens from Apple that are going to be much bigger screens than this. But, of course, you have the issues of laptop is, oh, wait a minute, you're trying to turn this into a laptop, so you're obviously going to have a portfolio case that has a keyboard and trackpad built into it, same way a laptop does, right? Think about this. The laptop is going to do you more justice because it has an actual Mac OS or Windows OS, depending on which way you've gone in that direction. But as far as your iOS thing here goes, these are extra things you're going to have to buy, which are very pricey. If you go Apple, keyboard with the magnetic back, which is generally used for the iPad Pro, which this one actually fits, by the way, or you go with a Logitech one that's kind of universal. Either way, you're still putting out a few $100s, right? So you add up the price of your current iPad and a portfolio with a keyboard and mouse that's decent quality, it's going to work. Just in those pieces alone, add up the cost. Now, add on a set of external speakers, add on at least a 27-inch monitor to get this view of 20 and 3/4-inch viewable area, add on your hub, etc. Do you know, you probably could have bought yourself a really nice Imac computer with a 27-inch screen right there with 5K Retina, okay? So, it's kind of up to you on that one, guys, but that's my thoughts on this. I have iPads for portable use. I like the idea of being able to mess around and do this sort of thing too, but I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to doing anything practical in life, that's why I have an iMac, and over here I've got a gamer PC. Okay, and I do play games on my iMac too. Just my gamer PC is much more higher end than what my iMac is, and there are games that I just would rather play on the PC and not on the iMac. Besides, my iMac is more for productivity, not for video gaming, because I use GarageBand and other programs for my music and video and stuff on the iMac. Okay, the PC is good for surfing the net with, playing my games on. That's mainly its purpose. This is for my portability usages and fun, but also for doing videos like this. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Honestly, I don't think it's going to work in the end, and I think it's more trouble than it's worth, especially for the fact that the majority of apps that are out there that you're going to even have on your tablet are not going to work right on an external screen for layouts, which, you know, we've shown that as proof visually. Okay, anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya!